But that's what people get angry at environmentalists because they think they're slowing down the economy and creating restrictions. And a lot of these people are Christian. A lot of these people are very devout Christians. And that's such a confusing thing to me, that if you believe that God gave you the earth, that God created the earth for you, why would you not have to look after it? Why would you not think that when he came back, he wouldn't go, what the fuck did you do? I gave this to you, motherfucker. Are you crazy? The polar bears are brown.
There are estimates that from 500,000 to 7 million people get sick per year.
And you're not. You're going to get stronger.
One of the problems is that we have lots of bugs in the system, viruses, pathogens, bacteria. A lot of those things that you think of as stomach viruses or flus, about 40% of those come from your drinking water.
We are not removing things like industrial chemicals, rocket fuel, pesticides.
You're going to get stronger after you hear this next thing he says.
Discharged either by big animal factories or by sewage treatment plants. A lot of people think they don't have to worry about their water supply because they go out and buy bottled water. Well, we have news for them. In fact, a lot of your exposure to many of the chemicals comes from the simple act of showering in them. So some of these more volatile pollutants come in through your skin.
All right. Now, we just heard that. I heard that. You heard that. He heard that because he said that. Now he's talking about tap water, right? Correct. Okay, we got that, right? And now you remember when I said babies live in water for 9 months, more or less, right? Anybody ringing a bell here? Now he said those volatile pollutants get through the skin through the act of showering. How about your baby being submerged in that? And then we go back down here. The $1 plan for kids come from the land. So, keep doing that? Or $1 free food for us? Now, I hope I'm not coming off being cocky at all. But, I hear things. And when you hear things and when you see things, you figure action should take place. I'm kind of curious. How much action would take place based on what we heard and what we just seen? So, do you think people would change or just say, oh, well, that's just the way it is? Well, we just heard the guy say that these pollutants come through your skin from taking a shower. Now, this water that he's talking about is the same water that we cook with, that we wash our clothes with, and it's the water that runs through our body. And it's the same water that runs through our babies. And it's the same water that we water our plants with. But still, it's just the way it is, right?
Guess what? Look around, you're right next to the Heaven's Highway. And by the way, you can keep your hell highway. 'Cause I'm on the Heaven Highway. Rest in peace, my darling ending. I'm the spirit that landed. Think the radio's gonna ban, think the radio's gonna ban. 'Cause I ain't knocking on heaven's door. 'Cause heaven ain't got no door. No ticket to get in. spirit hell. And guess what? I'll be backing you up like hell. Backing you up like hell. Rest in peace, Michael Landon. I'm the new spirit that landed. And I think the Raiders gonna ban this. So you think you're on hell's highway? Look around. You're standing on heaven's ground. There's only one thing that stands. No need to stand. Cause I ain't knocking on no heaven's door. Cause heaven ain't got no door. No ticket to get in. Just walk right in. Forgive yourself. Day and night. And when you got that light that dark can't even get in at night. Cause they've been giving your spirit hell. And guess what, man? I'm backing you up like hell. Rest in peace, Michael Landon. I'm the new spirit that landed. And I think the Raiders gonna ban this. Rest in peace, Michael Landon. I'm the new spirit that landed. I think the Raiders gonna ban this. Cause I ain't no ticket to get in. Just walk around. Cause they don't give no spirit. And guess what? I'll be back in you up like hell. Cause you're more than a human. You're supernatural. And that's natural. And that's natural. Cause you're more than human. You're superhuman. You're more than human. You're supernatural. And that's natural. Cause you're more than human. You're superhuman. Cause you're more than a human. You're supernatural. And that's natural. And that's natural. Cause you're more than human. You're superhuman. You're more than human. You're supernatural. And that's natural. Cause you're more than human. You're superhuman. Cause you're more than a human. You're supernatural. And that's natural. And that's natural. Cause you're more than human. You're superhuman. They've been giving your spirit hell. And guess what? I'll be back. You're more than human. You're supernatural. And that's natural. Cause you're more than human. You're superhuman. Cause you're more than a human. You're supernatural. And that's natural. And that's natural. Cause they've been giving your spirit hell. And guess what? I'll be backing you up like hell. Rest in peace, Michael Landon. I'm the spirit that landed. And I think the Raiders gonna ban. Cause I ain't knocking on heaven's door. Cause heaven ain't got no door. No ticket to get in. Just walk right in. Cause they've been giving your spirit hell. And guess what? I'll be backing you up like hell. Backing you up like hell. Rest in peace, Michael Landon.
We ruined everything here. This was the great, it was just coast to coast, just green and brown and beautiful. And all the humans were just walking around with painted faces, just walking. And they'd be like, ooh, that looks yummy. And then they just eat from the ground. And then they'd sleep on the grass. And they'd wake up and they'd fuck. And then they'd go for a swim and do a little dance. That was the whole continent, was just folks doing that. I mean, there was people in Mexico cutting off kids' heads and rolling them down the pyramid stairs. But that's always going on. What are you gonna, you can't, yes, you can't do a whole lot about that. But I think we came from another planet, and the reason is because we don't like it here. I mean, why, if we're from here, if we belong on Earth, why aren't we comfortable on Earth at all? We need nice, smooth surfaces and right angles, and we need it to be cool and not too hot, that's just perfect. Like, why wouldn't, when it's hot, why wouldn't we just, yeah, fuck it? Why wouldn't we be like that if we belong here? And it's weird because people that aren't, whatever you call there's environmentalists, and then there's people who are whatever, they just hate environmentalists. But that's what people get angry at environmentalists because they think they're slowing down the economy and creating restrictions. And a lot of these people are Christian. A lot of these people are very devout Christians. And that's such a confusing thing to me, that if you believe that God gave you the earth, that God created the earth for you, why would you not have to look after it? Why would you not think that when he came back, he wouldn't go, what the fuck did you do? I gave this to you, motherfucker. Are you crazy? The polar bears are brown. What did you do to the polar bears? Did you shit all over every polar bear? Who did this? Who spilled this shit? Who spilled this? Come over, did you fucking spill this? What is that? It's oil, it's just some oil. I didn't mean to spill. Well, why did you take it out of the fucking ground? Because I wanted to go faster. I'm not fast enough. And I was cold. What the fuck do you mean cold? I gave you everything you needed, you piece of shit. Well, because jobs. What is a job? Explain to me, what's a fucking job? You work at a place and when people call when their game doesn't work and you help them figure it out. What do you do that for? For money. What do you need money for? Food. Just eat the shit on the floor. I left shit all over the floor. Fucking corn and wheat and shit. Grab it and make some bread. What are you doing? Yeah, but it doesn't have like bacon around it, and I like when it has like bacon on it and